All right, this problem here says PQRS is a rhombus. What is the value of Y? So real quick, PQRS, when I give you 4 letters like that, and it's the corners of your shape, that's just saying that this shape is a rhombus. Kind of like with triangles, we use 3 letters. Here we have 4. Anyway, since it's a rhombus, it's telling that in the directions, we can right away say that all these sides are going to be congruent. All right, so if that's true, and here's my 2 Y's that I see in the problem, I can set this and this equal to each other and solve for Y. All right, now that I have them set it equal to each other, I'm probably gonna move my 2Y over and then eventually move the 6 over and see what Y equals. Try it on your own. I'm gonna do it here. All right, so here you can see Y equals 3. All right, guys, this next one's a little trickier because here it says to classify this quadrilateral, then we need to find these things, X, Y, Z, and the measure of angle 3, okay? So real quick, when I look at this, I'm seeing that I have parallel sides that are opposite each other, as well as these 2 angles are gonna be right angles. Since these are right and these are parallel, I would also know these are right angles. And then because my diagonals also bisect perpendicularly, I know this is going to be a square, all right? In fact, if you forgot, if you look up at this video, we go over different properties of our different quadrilaterals, rectangles, rhombuses, and squares, and you can see that those are all properties that we talked about with squares. All right, so then I have to find X, Y, Z, and then the measure of angle 3. Let's just do these in alphabetical order, starting with X. Well, this diagonal is being bisected if it is a square, so that this and this are the same. And if this is 4, then X also has to be 4. All right, similarly, the diagonals are congruent in a square. So this other one is also going to be the same. I can put those 2 tick marks there and there. So Y would also be 4. Okay, and then the hardest part I think of this problem is finding Z. Z is one of these side lengths, but we don't really have any other side lengths. We know in a square all the sides are the same, but if we aren't given those, how do we find them? So you have to remember back to your 45, 45, 90 right triangles. Okay, and another property of a square is that this angle is being bisected, and if it's currently 90, then I know that this is 45 degrees, this is 45 degrees, and same thing down here, and really in all the corners. But since this is where my Z is, I know that this is going to be a 45, 45, 90 right triangle. And if this is 4, this is 4, then the hypotenuse, right across from my right angle, the hypotenuse is going to be 4 square roots of 2. Remember back to our special right triangles? Might need to check that out too if you forgot. So again, multiply times the square root of 2 to get 4 square roots of 2 for letter Z. All right, and then the last thing that we haven't found yet is the measure of angle 3. And I kind of mentioned it earlier that all the corners are going to be, all the smaller corners, not the whole thing, but the smaller corners are going to be 45 degrees. Hey guys, if this video helped you out, you might want to check out this one next as we go over some different scenarios where we say if something is always, sometimes, or never true when it comes to different rectangles, rhombuses, and squares. See you in that one.